We're at the beginning of a new growing year, and there are seeds to sow, onion sets, and potatoes to order, and also garden jobs that will help us to prepare our growing spaces. One of the very first things that I do each year in January or February is I deep clean my greenhouse. And if you have any outside growing spaces like polytunnels and cold frames and greenhouses, it's a really great idea to clean all the glass, all of the surfaces inside and out, and that will help to increase the light level. And doing a deep clean inside will help to remove slugs and snails, and I even found some leather jacket grubs when I did my deep clean this week as well. Also, the recent storms may have broken some of the glass in your greenhouses. I found out that it's really easy to get glass cut to size, and some of the glaziers on the Isle of Man will cut glass to size for you relatively inexpensively. Now, sowing seeds under cover. There are some seeds that we can start now, but not everything. And yesterday I started lettuces, spinach, some early brassicas like cabbage, broccoli and cauliflower varieties, spring onions, turnips, kohlrabi, and some leafy herbs. Now, these seeds need to be at room temperature to germinate, so I have my trays in the house with plastic propagators over the top, so there's plastic lids. I haven't sown bulb fennel and peas for shoots, but you could do that right now too. So peas for shoots are the pea shoots rather than growing peas to grow as garden peas out in the garden for pods. If you're growing those this year, wait until next month. I have grow lights here at home, and they are really, really helpful for starting off plants like tomatoes and aubergines that need a long growing season to really start fruiting relatively early. And you might have come across tomatoes and aubergines not fruiting or fruiting late into the season, and that's because they benefit from having an extended growing period right now. And if you do not have grow lights, don't worry, you can order those plants from companies, so seed companies, and they will have an early start for you. It is not essential to have grow lights. They're quite expensive, and most veg can be sown in March and April here on the Isle of Man. And if I haven't mentioned a type of veg that I've sown thus far, then it's probably best to wait. If you are not sure about when you should be sowing seeds, then you could follow my own personal rule of thumb. And that is sow seeds when you know that the vegetables can be planted outside in a month's time. And this is a good rule of thumb for practically all veg. And unless you have grow lights and you are strategically starting off certain types of plants early on in the year, it's just better to wait. And here on the Isle of Man, most of our seeds get sown in March, so late March even, and into April. So just wait, don't jump the gun just yet, but you can start some types of crops, cooler temperature loving crops, like the spinach and the lettuces and some of those brassicas. If you want to learn a little bit more about the earliest seeds to sow, I cover this topic in my video on the Lovely Greens YouTube channel this Sunday. And I will also be talking about last frost dates, including our last frost date here on the Isle of Man. So tune in on Sunday, and you can find Lovely Greens on Facebook, Instagram, and of course the YouTube channel.